So I've just wrapped up here with CPL Wrestling, and how do you think we got on?
Well, I guess judging by my face, pretty good. You beat it pretty bad.
Yeah, it's pretty good, and that I suppose done a few kind of styles of wrestling that face sitting and that I don't obviously get to do a lot of clips for, because it's very hard to find guys to volunteer for such things at times. You know, guys kind of want to volunteer and then they don't, and they kind of drop out last minute, but we were fully game for it.
That's my niche,
yeah.
So I'll definitely volunteer.
How did you kind of evolve into like face sitting kind of being your niche, and like how popular do you think it is within wrestling? Because I mean, quite a lot of guys, you know, obviously scissoring is huge, but would you say that face sitting really is a true competition to scissoring, or?
I don't know, I guess in my opinion I'm a little more biased because I'm in the face sitting realm.
Yeah.
But I do believe that it's probably bigger than scissoring in terms of what guys enjoy, but I would say that scissors and face sitting are probably very close.
Yeah. In
terms of like what guys like, yeah.
And how did it all come around that you decided that was going to be your niche? Is that what you've always kind of been into, or you know, is that what you kind of started off as your niche, or did you find that, you know, as you kind of started to make videos that was what was kind of working for you, and then you kind of rolled with it, or?
Yeah, I started out actually just doing pin videos, and then I just pretty much evolved from there. You know, I went from pin videos to face hitting videos, so, and then I just do a combination of both.
Okay. And how did you kind of get to be into the industry? Because obviously you've been in it for 18 years, you said, which is,
yeah,
you know, quite a lot. You're a veteran to the scene, and that,
yeah.
You know, how did it all come along, or?
I was a fan of female wrestling before anything.
Right.
But I was spending an awful lot of money on videos, so I decided to take the challenge on myself and create my own company instead. So 18 years later, I'm still at it.
And is this a full-time job for you that you do, or?
It can be.
And does your family know what you do or not? Because like obviously in this kind of line of thing, you know, an awkward question, but you know, it's kind of like everyone lives this kind of like double life. Like I know, you know, I think I asked, you know, kind of Scissor Fox is the same thing. It's kind of, you know, are you open about what you do with people or not? Because obviously face sitting can be kind of termed adult at times, you know.
Well,
like,
it is. It's a fetish period, so
yeah.
A lot of people do classify it as taboo.
Yeah. Even though like what you do isn't necessarily adult, but it still would be deemed that kind of way.
Right.
So
yeah,
you know, are you kind of like upfront about what you do with people, or?
You know what? With my dad, yes, no problem. But with my mom, I keep it, you know, out of respect for her. The less she knows, the better. So I do. I guess I lead a double life.
Yeah, protect everyone.
Kind of, yeah.
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 And in terms of obviously for the wrestling, if you find there's a certain kind of look that works on your site, or what people kind of like or not, because obviously we were discussing as we were kind of filming and that, and you were saying actually hair colour is actually one of the things that's just actually very you know, that seems to really affect things. You know, you kind of said you nearly think guys prefer the more natural kind of look, because you know, guys are always kind of asking questions and trying to be really nosy as to what people like in sessions, what kind of, you know, look people will go for. And you know, like I always say, like I meet a wide range of people. Like I can't say there's one particular kind of session that's more popular than the other, but you know, would you say certain things do affect kind of, you know, whether someone's tall or someone's, you know, got a certain hair color or a certain kind of physique? Would you kind of say that there is a certain kind of look that you do, you know, aspire to? Because obviously quite a lot of the girls too that you film with aren't necessarily session girls too.
Mm-hmm.
Like you've made your name of, you know, nearly everyday kind of next door girls.
Yep.
And do you think that's what kind of guys like?
Yeah, because there's not a lot of it out there.
Yeah.
Especially more or less with the girl next door, where we literally just pull someone off the street, give them a bit of training, show them, and off they go. If they like it, they stick around. If they don't, then we move on. And in terms of, you know, looks, I mean, everybody's got their own, everyone has their own, I guess, preference. For us, I find a lot of it it's blondes. Girls that are blondes, said, you know, cute, little girl next doors, you know, but every man out there has his own fantasy of what he wants to see in terms of a woman.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to judge just on one little thing, but.
And what's the most intense face sitting experience you've ever had then? Surely along the years of 18 years, you know, I mean, there's been a few that kind of stuck in your head.
Knocked out in a beatdown, face it, yeah. I don't remember it, but I've had some pretty intense ones where I've panicked. It's happened so many times, I can't really pinpoint any specific times. Some of them are quite brutal.
Yeah.
You today was one of them. Right.
Just saying that.
I wish.
Pitch.
Yeah. I was that close from panicking actually on one of them. No, I'm not just saying that. No.
But we didn't do the bench face sitting video, sure we didn't.
That's the exact reason why, because what happened here on the mats was brutal enough for me to be on a bench and nowhere else to go. I probably wouldn't be here doing the interview with you now.
Yeah.
I'd be carted off in an ambulance.
So what have you kind of got lined up for CPL then this year, or what's kind of in the future for it? Is it, you know, obviously keeping going, or, you know, is there anything new or anything that you've kind of started to dabble into? Or because obviously you have series as well. You obviously do denim, which works quite well for you, and different kind of looks. And you know, what have you got in the pipeline?
Well, we like to split up certain things. We like to do savage style type videos when they're very brutal. You know, hence where that face hitting video is going to go.
Yeah.
You know, we do a lot of the pin videos like we did there. The denim, you know, is good. There are a lot of go into the Denim Diva series that we are going to be creating. You know, we're going to be looking at creating a lot of different styles of series of videos. And boots is going to be another one that we're going to incorporate into the videos. Working with more session girls is going to be in line for us, possibly traveling and working with other girls too as well. So
Taking it very seriously then.
Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff lined up, so I don't want to quit anytime soon.
Very good. Well guys, if you ever want to check out any of Chad's videos, you can check them out on www.cplwrestling.com, and you'll catch also some videos of me on there as well if you want to see any new face-fitting videos from me. So it's been very nice meeting you, Chad, as it has today. And yeah, I'd recommend Chad to any other girl that wants to work with him.